CPU to keep the temperatures down because my shit be overheating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I tweaked it to prevent it from overheating.
Shit.
But that means that it's like gonna be less performance, I guess. But it's not. It shouldn't be too bad.
Cool. And yeah, I'm excited then. I can't wait to see like what that does for the show going forward. I'm thinking of doing a whole like a full factory reset on my computer, dude, because I can't figure out what's up with these Game Pass issues. I'm still having them. Like, I narrowed it down. Yeah, I narrowed it down to like something's going on, and it's just Game Pass. If it's a game that has some sort of like DRM on it, like anti-cheat or something, it'll load the game, and then when it tries to load that anti-cheat or DRM software, it just crashes the game. And it's just Game Pass because I tested it with Halo Infinite because I downloaded Halo Infinite on Steam because it's free to play the multiplayer, and it goes through just fine without issue, but it crashes on Game Pass. And it's not just that, it's like that Outriders giving me shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, there's something with my computer, I don't know what it is, but something going through Game Pass then to anti-cheat just fucks my shit up, and I can't figure it out. I think I'm gonna spend like one more weekend. I'm gonna spend a whole weekend like trying to figure it out. And if I can't get it, I'm gonna do a full factory reset, see if that fixes it.
Yeah, I guess you might. Yeah, it's the only option left.
Yeah, it's literally like the nuclear option right now, but
Yeah.
It's like the last resort option, and I don't want to have to do it, but if I have to do it, I don't know where the fuck it came from. Just out of nowhere, it started giving me shit, and it started with Halo, that fucking game, like of all games. Like I don't know what it is, but it's pissing me off. I forgot to put it in the show notes. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but that Fallout mod, Fallout London, got like an 18-minute gameplay reveal.
Oh.
The other day, yeah. I watched through it. It doesn't really show off any like combat, really, except for like the very end. There's some bare knuckle like combat, but it shows off the game's world, some of the voice acting, and it's pretty dope, dude. Like, it feels really official. I'll put it in the show notes. You can hit it up on the quickies.
I'm gonna start doing reviews. I finally figured out how I wanna tackle reviews. Yeah.
Good. I've wanted to do reviews for a while too, because I feel like I kind of do like mini reviews on the show a little bit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to start like doing like standalone reviews we could put on the channel, or at least like write up a review, do it on the show, and then clip that out for the channel or something. I don't know. I've been going back and forth on like different ways I could like provide content to the channel, because I feel like I like doing the show, but I want to provide more content that we can put on the YouTube channel, you know?
Yeah. That's what, well, because what got me, just thinking about it was, I don't know, Tunic, man. Tunic really fucked me up. So, yeah, just in terms of, like, I want to talk about this, but not, but not like in like a formal way, you know, not like because okay, there's a problem with the way that reviews are done, I think.
Yeah. I think I know where you're going with this, but tell me what you think first.
Okay. The thing is, okay, here's my problem is that you because there's product reviews. I got this from Jonathan Blow. Jonathan Blow did he does like several like interviews and talks and shit. And he's like, yeah, there's product reviews and then there's like art reviews. And like a product review would tell you like here's this product, do you buy it or do you not buy it? But an art review looks at everything that encompasses it as the art that it is.
I see what you mean. It's less merit focused and more, well, not less merit focused, but more like, and I know what you mean. It's more I'm trying to find the right words for it, but I know what you mean. Instead of it being like, here's the game, buy it, it's like, here's the game, and here's an explanation of the experience, I guess.
Yeah, basically, like, because the art review can, like, there's some overlap in both these things, but I want to, like, focus on, like, how does this make me feel? Like, how does this make me feel? What emotions did this get out of me? And like that kind of shit. Like the impact it had on me personally, or you know, not so much that, but it's hard to explain when it comes to Tunic. There's a lot of things I want to say about it that have nothing to do with it, like as a product or like you buy it and it's more
like a stream of consciousness for the experience is what you want.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So stream of consciousness is like that. I think reviews is like way too formal. The way they're done is like they categorize everything as like, okay, here's a section where I talk about the graphics, and here's a section where I talk about the soundtrack, or here's a section where I talk about the story, and it's like, I don't give a fuck about story personally. So like when I do a review, I'm not talking about the story very much.
Yeah.
Because I just don't
like I feel like,
unless it's a crucial part of the thing.
As I've gotten older, I've learned that like I give less of a fuck about a story in a game as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
I think it's because too many games want to coast on like, here's a good like Hollywood story. And it's like, cool, if I wanted that, I'd go watch a movie though.
Yeah. Like
some of my favorite games have like dog shit stories. Or if they have a story, it's not worth talking about. Cough, cough, Kingdom Hearts, cough, cough. But no, I hear what you mean. And I feel the same problem because like I'll listen to like a ton of reviews and they don't talk about like crucial aspects, like what headspace you need to be in to play the game, as I feel like another thing. Because there are some games that like I didn't like initially, but then when I was in the right headspace for it, I really liked it. And I feel like more games should focus on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what you're gonna feel like emotionally, what to expect from it, like on an emotional level, and what the game asks of you as a player. It's a lot of things that are left out in most reviews. And I like that idea. Yeah, for sure. If you need help with it, like let me know.
I don't. So really, all I'm gonna do is just, because I record everything I play in 4K. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just all I'm gonna do is just talk. I'm gonna talk over just a portion of gameplay, yeah, and like that's it. Which I got that idea from Richard Pumpaloaf on YouTube, which all he does is he points a camera at his TV screen and just like talks.
Was that the dude you're telling me about? That was like he did like that Mist review that you really liked, and that Zelda.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
liked that.
And I was like, I really like the format. Now he kind of goes off. he'll like he'll go on tangents where he like talking about his like apartment's superintendent or like he'll like yell at his cat and shit. But like I just like the format because it's just not, because you can just watch the gameplay and then you can listen to his words and then like that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's no fancy, because I don't know, some of these shits are just too, I don't know, there's something about the review, like the game review, that I just don't engage with when I watch them.
Like I noticed I stopped watching reviews from like the big reviewers, quote unquote, you know, like IGN, game trailers, you know, I stopped watching those because they pump out these like numbered reviews, and it's so hard to put a number on something as like subjective as like video games.
Yeah.
You know, like someone's like 1 out of 5 can be someone else's like 3 out of 5. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's my other thing, is no numbers. I'm not putting a number at the end of the fucking thing. I'm just gonna like talk about it, because that's what matters, is the meat of the review. You throw a number on it, all anyone cares about is the fucking number, which is an arbitrary fucking thing, because it's gonna be a 6 or above, because no one ever uses the fucking bottom half or whatever scale they're using.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, whenever I watch a review, I have multiple like YouTubers I watch reviews from, and you know, like I'll listen to Nitro Rad. He's like my weird indie game / platforming guy, and I have G-Man Lives. That's my shooter guy. You know.
Yeah.
If a new shooter comes out, I want to hear what G-Man has to say about it. If a new platformer comes out, if a new collectathon platformer comes out, I want to see what Nitro Rad has to say about it, or some weird like indie game. And I feel like that's great, but I like your idea too, because you're focusing more on like the artistic part of it, you know, the emotional part of it, how the game made you feel, what the game made you think. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I was it's something I was thinking of after I finished Tunic, and then when I went back in to try to play Horizon, and just how different they feel.
Yeah.
Just how different they made me feel. It was just, yeah. So it was
Horizon
like,
was built as a product too. That's the thing too.
yeah.
Like, Horizon was built as a product. Horizon was built to cater to those reviews, those number reviews.
Yeah.
Like, you know, pardon the pun, but the game was painted by numbers. We want to be technical here.
Yeah.
You know, it was made specifically to hit a high Metacritic score, but Tunic wasn't. It was built to hit a certain demographic. I like to say the best games aren't the games that everybody likes. It's the games a lot of people love are the best games out there.
Yeah. That's a good. Did you coin that phrase?
I've heard variations of it around the internet, you know, when it comes to like movies, books, any sort of art form. But the way I used it now, that's my interpretation of it. But I've heard other forms of it throughout the internet.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're ready here. Hambo's in the chat. What's up, Hambo?
What up, Hambo?
I had a question for Hamtaro, but I forgot what it was.
Excited. I played quite a few games today that I want to talk about.
Yeah, I played some games. I was sick. I was sick last
Yeah, I
weekend.
remember.
I'm still a little sick now, so I might have to like mute my shit to like cough a little bit or something. But
Oh, so did you ever find, did your test come back? Was it COVID
oh yeah,
or?
no, I do not. I do not have COVID.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask them if there was any way that they could find out if I ever had COVID.
I'm
But
sure like the antibodies are there, but I don't know what kind of test you would need to take that.
yeah,
Like when I got COVID, it like, I don't want to like underplay it because it was just like a really bad cold,
yeah,
but I was also vaccinated, so
yeah. I got the vax, but I didn't get the booster. So
same. I didn't get the last booster. I got the first vaccine and the second part of it, but I didn't get the last like third booster. Which if I did, I probably would have turned around faster or probably not caught it at all. But a buddy of mine, I don't want to say buddy, he was a friend of a friend. Yeah, he's a buddy. Say buddy. He got it. He didn't get vaxxed. He was out of commission for like months.
shit.
He was in and out of the hospital. They had to like medically induce him because he couldn't get oxygen levels up. He ended up getting bed sores from how long he was in bed for. He barely went back to work like a week ago, and this has been going on and off since like before Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm thankful I got my vaccine because this dude and I are similar body types. Maybe he's a little bit better shape than me because he actually works a job that requires him to be mobile and active.
Yeah.
It fucking fucked him up. So I'm thankful I got I'm thankful I got vaccinated. I'm thankful I did all the right steps. That's how we're gonna beat it, man. And like nobody wants to talk about that. I'm glad you're okay. Did your girl get sick too by chance? Like, did it fuck both you guys up?
No, I told her she stayed away.
Good. That's
Yeah,
good.
she's yeah.
Now, when are we gonna have your girl on the show, man? Like, I think it'd be fun.
Probably never.
That's clever. You should let her know, like, my wife was on the show, and like, I'm sure the episode my wife was on.
Yeah, she just doesn't. She's just very scared of getting, you know, hate comments and shit.
Our audience is pretty chill.
Yeah.
All 5 people that listen to us are pretty chill. Whatever, no pressure. Whenever she wants to come on, I think it'd be cool to have her on. No pressure.
But we're here right now. It's time for some video game talk. So
Oh yeah.
let me let's do that. Stream seems okay right now. Seems okay. So that's what I wanted to ask Hamtaro, is if the stream is stable, which it looks like it is. So.
Let me pull it up. Actually, see what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I'm throwing you the video in Discord, but
Oh, okay.
should be yeah. Should be good. It's just it keeps like throwing me like OBS will throw a message like streaming overloaded, consider turning down settings. I'm like I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
fucking crazy here, man. It's just, and I'm not even using my I'm using the GPU encoding, which takes all the stress off the CPU, so it shouldn't even be that. So I really don't
Weird, yeah.
my CPU's at 2% usage right now. So yeah, I just don't really get it. Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Wait. I gotta I've been fucking up the past like 2 streams or 2 shows. I fucked up when I hit the recording button, I have to wait for it to like actually start. Because what I've been doing is I've been hitting recording and then instantly going, and it's cutting off the beginning. So I have to remember to wait a bit. So here we go. What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gamerverse, episode 105 for May 28th. It's a Saturday. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always by my dude, Rick. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm excited. There's not too much news to go over, but Wasabi and I are both playing a lot of games, so I can't wait to start talking about that. Some old, some new, but games that we want to talk about. And, let's start where we always start, man. Let's tell the people what you've been playing.
Yes. So, I played... I was just a little sick last weekend, so I just had a lot of time to just, play some shit. And... let's see, where should I start? I'm going to start with the most lukewarm one. Okay. And surprisingly, that's Elden Ring.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Well, I didn't play it too much. I played maybe an hour and a half of it. And I'm not a Souls fan, okay? So, but I went into this game. There's a few of them I liked. I really like Bloodborne. I like Bloodborne so much. I finished. Bloodborne was the only one I ever finished. I finished Bloodborne and I finished the DLC, and I even went back into it to try to get the platinum trophy.
Oh wow, you really liked it then.
To try to get it, I didn't get it, but at least made the attempt.
I like Bloodborne a lot, but it was a performance that kept me back from
Yeah, hopefully they re-release that for PS5
I tried
or something.
again recently on my PS4, dude. On my PS4 Pro boosted mode, and it's frustrating. It's really annoying. I don't know. Maybe one day I could look past it. I feel like PC gaming spoiled me a little bit.
Yeah, but I got Elden Ring on PC. It does have performance issues, but that aside. It feels like another fucking Souls game to me, dude. Really? I mean, I only put in an hour and a half, so maybe something's fucking, but it's open world, so you can kind of go any fucking where you want. But it does guide you down. It guides you down a certain path. So the bonfires that Dark Souls has.
Yeah.
It kind of has those out in the open world, but all over the fucking place. So it's there's a ton of them, right? And you can it'll point you. There's a light that shines off of them that points in a certain direction. So once you find one, it'll guide you to the next one, kind of.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, should I just go the fuck anywhere, or should I just follow this shit? Because it's kind of guiding me to, I felt like wherever it was guiding me would be the level appropriate shit. And I still don't know. So I've still only gone whatever direction that shit pointed. But eventually I wound up in a spot that was there were 6 or 7 archers that were posted up on a perch. So I couldn't get to them. I was just looking around trying to decipher, okay, how should I go about this? And out of nowhere, a fucking giant falls out the fucking sky. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I shouldn't be here. And I just ran past everything. I fucking ran past everything. The giant's chasing me, killing everything behind it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Ran past all that shit. I mean, as soon as you start, there's a fucking guy on a horse. And you're like, it's the first enemy. I mean, I'm sure that this guy is just a level 1 horseman. No, he kills you in 2 fucking hits. I was like, what the fuck is like I get that it's like an open world, but what I expected was more like, you know how Breath of the Wild is kind of like open world,
Yeah.
and you can go anywhere, but some of the stuff is not level appropriate, right? Like some of the stuff is stronger than. So I expected in the area they start you in, they wouldn't put an enemy that would fuck you up, like. But it's a fucking Souls game, so of course everything fucks you up, and yeah.
That's
so
always been my difficulty with those Souls games too, because like Souls games are, at least the earlier ones, are like huge, like Metroidvanias. You know, like you can kind of travel around.
Yeah.
Well, there's a path you want to go to, but there's some paths that like gatekeep with like really tough enemies. And my brother and I both had moments where we're like, "Oh, the game's hard, right? Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time on this part," and we just try to like fight through it, not understanding that we're not supposed to be there yet, but the game has that reputation, so we're just like, "Oh, that's just how the game is."
Yeah. So I guess what confused me is that it is a difficult game, but it's just hard to tell. It's hard to tell the difference between this is difficult because you shouldn't be here yet, or versus this is difficult because it's just fucking difficult. So, like, you can see in the footage now, this is literally the starting fucking area, and you're just walking. There's this horseman there, and a health bar pops up, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" I just walk into a fucking boss fight in the first 20 seconds. It's like that. It's like fucking. It just throws shit at you, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like very overwhelming in a not fun way.
That's something I was worried about, because like I was really into the open world idea of it, and people have said this is one of the easier games because you can kind of tackle things however you want, and it's this bunch of tools out there to make the game easier. But I'm like, you know, I'm a fucking idiot. So what if I don't find that stuff? What if I just like trudge through it because I'm like, well, it's a hard game, so
yeah,
and I just like keep throwing myself against this shit, not knowing that there's an easier way. I don't know. That's one thing that's kept me away from it. Also, that and like, you know, the performance issues on PC, but I heard most of that's worked out now.
Yeah. So I need to put more time into it, but the advice I got from a friend who has played this was like, I asked him, should I just be following the fucking line, or should I just like ignore that and just go wherever the fuck I want? He's like, no, ignore it. Just go off the path or whatever the fuck. So I have to try that. It does let you. So it puts these like bonfire. I forget what they're called, but they're like bonfires, but they're like. There's like a ton of them. There's a lot of them. So it lets you fast travel between them.
Yeah.
So you can easily get back to the starting point after you've gone like way out there. You can fast travel back to anyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel back to the start and just go the opposite direction and see what that does.
All right. I can't wait to check it out then. I might watch you play it if you do that.
Yeah,
it's like what it's like.
It's interesting, but it's just it threw me off in the beginning.
A little bit, yeah. No worries. Like, let me know what you think of it. I've been looking for an excuse to pick it up for a while, and if you like it, you know, I might pick it up, and we can help each other out.
Yeah, they just put out that co-op mod. So
seamless co-op mod, yeah, I heard about that.
That'll be a good way to do that. Yeah.
What else have you been playing? You've been playing a lot of games, so like what else?
Checked out The Gunk on PC Game Pass, which
Let's pretend I don't know what that is.
It is a video game that yeah, and it's hard to explain. It's basically, it's like, it's you play a woman who is on an alien planet, and there's this corruption called the Gunk. Well, they've named it the Gunk. And you basically, it's like Metroid Prime in a way, because you're like scanning, you're on a planet and you're scanning the plant and animal life, trying to like document all the life and shit on this planet, but at the same time it's like corrupted by this shit, this like gunky shit that's making everything, like polluting everything and killing all the life. So
yeah, I've seen this game before. It looked pretty cool.
yeah. You've got this like metal arm that's like a vacuum cleaner, and you just suck in the gunk with it. But you can also suck in like different crafting materials and plants, and you can use it as a weapon. And like that's it. It's like it's a very chill game.
Yeah. Cool games to relax and de-stress too.
Yeah, very good palate cleanser. After I loaded this up after Elden Ring, and it was just so relaxing. Just
this is like your smoke a bowl, just chill out.
Yes, exactly. Yes, in fact, that's what I did actually. I got high as shit, and I was like, I'm just gonna like lay back and enjoy this. And it's good for that. It's on Game Pass, so it's not like crazy
like
involved.
Entry, yeah.
Yeah, it's really chill. I like it. I don't. Not many people talked about this game when it came out. I think it did come out this year. It is a 2022 game, I think. So, but it was on Game Pass. I was like, let me just check this out real quick, and cause I remember when they showed it off at I swear this was a Pixel Junk game, if I'm not mistaken. When they showed this off, not a Pixel Junk, a Steam World. It's a Steam World game. So when they showed it off, I was like, oh shit, these guys are doing something fucking different. So that's when it got on my radar. But no one's really talking about it, so I wanted to check it out, and it's interesting. Nothing incredible, but it's also not, it's not like a bad game. What I like about it is it's surprisingly more it's more open than, like, it's not like terribly linear.
Yeah.
Like there's light platforming, and it does reward you for going off the path. There's more like ways off the path than I thought there would be. So it's just like nice to just like jump around, explore shit, and like, oh, there's a whole cache here of crafting materials. There's a whole crafting stuff. You can upgrade your arm to get more like some of it's like crucial, like story upgrades, but a lot of it's like, hey, you can sprint now, or like basic shit like that. So it's
sounds like a good chill game. I want to check it out. It's on Game Pass, so
yeah,
it's not like the barrier of entry is like that high.
Yeah, it's cool. It's chill. It's definitely gonna be my lean back game for now. But yeah, it's enjoyable.
Sure, I will check it out then. Sounds like a chill game. Anything else you've been playing you want to go over?
Yeah. One more game I played. This one is free right now on Steam, and it's called 10 minutes till dawn. 10 minutes till dawn. Now, this game is fucking awesome. It's like Vampire Survivors. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Where Vampire Survivors, the thing about that game is it's very it's a horde mode, just how long can you survive type of game, right?
Right.
But the thing about Vampire Survivors is you don't have any active involvement in it other than walking around.
Right.
All you do is move, and it attacks for you automatically. 10 minutes till dawn, you have a gun, and you can aim it, and you can shoot it, and you can also run around.
I love
So
that. Simple concept, but it's tried and true, and it works.
yeah. So it's like a twin stick shooter, but it's a horde game. So you basically have to like survive, and all the enemies you kill, they drop a little bit of like experience points, and you have to pick those up, and you get to pick an upgrade. And there's like a ton of upgrades, but you get them randomly. So there's
I
like
like
a ton of ways to build your character, but you don't know what your build is going to be until you see what fucking upgrades you get. This game is, I will say, it's way more fun than Vampire Survivors because you do have that active involvement in it. So you feel like you're actually fucking playing it rather than just like, not that there's anything wrong with Vampire Survivors, but it's like a little too hands off for me. I do like to be able to just pick my target and take it out strategically. So yeah, this one. And Toif is in the chat. What's up, Toif? Toif's in the chat just like you can be if you go to gamerverse.com/Twitch, gamerverse.com/YouTube, gamerverse.com/Discord. But yeah, so like this game's free on Steam right now. It's called 10 Minutes Till Dawn. It's a prequel to, it's a teaser for their 20 Minutes Till Dawn full version of the game. But right now there's like 3 different characters, there's 3 different weapons, and they kind of play like mostly similarly, but they all have like their quirks. And then everything gets expanded upon as you level up and like build your loadout. And it's just super fun, man. It's just super fun. Like I played, I don't know, I played maybe an hour because each run's like 10 minutes or less. And I did do a full 10-minute run, and it was crazy. I eventually got like a loadout that was just like, it was like a minigun. Like my pistol turned into a minigun. It had like infinite ammo, and like I got like spread shots, so it was just fucking spreading. I was just spraying, and so all I was doing I kept running and looking behind me and just fucking spraying, and it was just fucking insane. So yeah, you eventually get a loadout that's just incredible if you play your cards right. But it's good. It's a fun game. It's free. It's on Steam.
I literally just downloaded it while you're talking about it. It's not a big game, like 30 megabytes.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's in like 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out. It's fucking dope. This is not this guy's first. I think this guy had made a RPG before, like a strategy RPG was their last game, and I'm wanting to check that out because this is so good that yeah, it's good. Check it out. 10 Minutes Till Dawn.
I will definitely check it out. I just downloaded it, so I'm excited to play that.
Yeah.
I've been playing a few games, not one new game. Most of them are games I've played before that I want to talk about again. I'll start with the new game. So I picked up Steel Assault. It's a 2D action platformer, very similar to some of the hardcore 16-bit Sega games like Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore. It's very much inspired by those games. And I gotta tell you, this game's a lot of fun, dude. It came out September of last year, so it's not new, but it was on Steam a couple weeks back. It was like $7, so half off its normal like 14, 15. And bro, I'm having a lot of fun with it. The game is hard as shit. I'm gonna throw that out there. The game's very hard, and some of the bosses, I'm gonna be honest, kind of take the like Super Meat Boy approach, where you have to kind of know when a boss is doing something, where to stand, when to do something. But it's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding. The game is straight just, it's you, the controller, and the game. There's no stats to level up. There's nothing to grind to get easier. There's no shop to buy stuff from to make it easier. It's just you and the game. And it's pure gaming bliss at its absolute, like, arcade concentrated form. And I am into it. It's a lot of fun, and it takes a while to get into. It's got some really interesting mechanics, like this grappling hook that's super interesting. thing, it aims in 8 directions. And what it does, it shoots in 2 opposite directions. So if you're aiming straight, it'll shoot in front and behind you. And what it does, you're kind of seeing him do it. It grabs onto stuff and it works as like a platform and as an extra jump. If you time it right, you can get an extra jump out of it by springing off of the cord. And there's some really unique ways the bosses use it. I like this game a lot. There's some really cool shit. Like you've seen him like going up that elevator shaft with it. And you can aim it in all 8 directions. So you can aim it like at an angle or above and below you. It's really, really cool. And
I've never even heard of this game.
It's a lot of fun. I think we talked about it once on the podcast when a trailer dropped for it. I think we talked about it when it was announced that it was coming out for Steam. Not for Steam, for Switch. And dude, it's a lot of fun. Your main point of attack is this like electric whip that aims in all 8 directions. Very little of this game I could blame on the game. You know what I mean? Like if I die, it's like 100% on me. There are some bosses that don't have the most obvious like strategies. So I literally had to like watch a video of someone fight the boss to figure out like where I had to stand when a boss did a certain move. But I only had to do that like once. Other than that, though, the game is a lot of fun and it's really, really fast paced, which is what I like about it. But honestly, you're going to be dying so much and starting it over. But it's that mastery that feels good, you know? I don't know if other people feel this way, but when I play like Contra, for example, I love that feeling getting my ass kicked on a level. And then once I figure it out, blasting through the level because I know where every enemy is going to spawn from. I know every attack that's going to happen, how to dodge it. And this game makes you feel that. Again, this is the most like one-on-one game you could like really play because it's all on you. It's all on your inputs, your reaction, and how you could coordinate against some of these attacks. And you can see shit gets like really crazy, and this guy makes it look easy, but this boss is like fucking tough. It gave me a lot of trouble the first time I played through it.
Yeah.
This guy's making it look easy. But it's one of those games, like once you figure it out, like it does become very easy once you figure out like the boss patterns. When the boss does this, do that. It's a blast, dude. The story doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna pretend the story matters. It's all pure adrenaline fueled arcade gameplay. And I love it for that. Check this game out if you guys haven't played it yet. I think it's like $15 everywhere else. I bought it on Switch and I think it's on everything right now. And I had a blast with it. Seriously, check this game out. You're not gonna regret it. And some other
Sweet.
games I played. Yeah, it's really good. And some other games I've been playing. I'm playing some older games. I'm on a weird interim right now because the new Monster Hunter expansion is coming out, so I'm kind of waiting for that to drop. That should come out next month. But I want to go back and play some older games. With the new Salt and Sacrifice coming out, I want to go back and replay Salt and Sanctuary because I haven't played it since I beat it.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that game is still fun as hell, dude. Like, that is the only Souls-like I really, really got into. And it's because the way it works. It's like a Souls-like slash Metroidvania. And it handles the Metroidvania stuff really well. Clay's in the chat. He said, "What's up? What's up, Clay?" So he'll be lurking. Won't be typing much. That's cool, man. But yeah, Salt and Sanctuary, still fun as hell, dude. The big gimmick about this game that I really like is it has this really big skill tree. So you can kind of build your character however you want and whatever direction you want. And the way I play is I play like an almost cleric character with light armor, but my weapon is like the game's Reaper, which is a scythe. And that's because you can get a scythe later in the game that's really badass. It scales off wisdom, which is the same stat you use to cast your prayers as a cleric. So that's like my main starter is cleric, because you could like bless your weapon and give it holy damage. You could heal yourself. You can cast a spell to take less damage. It's a lot of fun, and then you can go the opposite direction. On that playthrough, where I just like casted spells through the whole game, and that has its own mechanic too, because there's only two elemental elements in the game. It's like fire and lightning are the two spells you can cast. But the gimmick with that is if you cast a lightning spell, you fill up one half of a bar. And if you max that out, every time you cast a lightning spell, it deals damage to you. So you have to cast a fire spell to kind of cancel it out. Now there's equipment you could find. If you don't like that, there's equipment you can find that completely like negates it, turns it off. But the catch is you're using a ring slot to do it. And there's another ring that's offered that doesn't work if you wear the ring that negates that elemental imbalance. That doubles the imbalance, so you build it up faster, your magic damage. And that's what I'm playing through right now, is using that. And I beat it with that. It's totally viable. I was able to beat the game using that strategy. And I'm on a new game plus right now with that same character.
Shit.
And there's a ton of weapons you could use. If you want to be like a heavy armor guy that blocks everything, you can do that. If you want to be a light rogue that just uses daggers, you can do that. You can there's items you can use that give your weapon poison. You can throw grenades. There's another character that you can start with called the Hunter that starts you off with a whip in one hand and like a crossbow in the offhand, and you can get a flintlock pistol for that if you wanted to do that. Like this game gives you a lot of freedom, but it is a Souls-like, so the game can be really fucking hard. But if you're building up a character and you wanted your character to do a specific thing, you can get through the game pretty easily. My only complaint with the game, and it's a small complaint that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but I think it's worth mentioning, is later in the game, it does rely a lot on like platforming skill for some later parts of the game. Not too much, but more than what a normal Souls player is probably comfortable with. And that can be very unforgiving. You can make a wrong jump and fucking die and have to start over again. And so that's something to be aware of. If that's not something that you like, if you just want to get us pure combat, those later parts of the game are gonna fucking fuck you. But get through it. The combat itself is a lot of fun. It's made by Scott Studio, so the Dishwasher guys, Vampire Smile, Charlie Murder, and the combat definitely reflects that, especially some of the faster weapons like the dagger, the sword. You could one-hand and two-hand most weapons if you wanted to. It's really, really fun. I like it, and it's a best of for Souls combat. If you like the more Bloodborne, aggressive, fast-paced rolling, you can do that. If you want the Dark Souls, heavy armor, tanking with a shield, slow rolling, you can do that. It's really, really cool. If you want to do spell casting, you could do that. There's this guy on YouTube called The Backlog, and he got his start doing a bunch of like gimmick runs on Salt and Sanctuary. Like, fists only, guns only, no dodging. And he was able to beat the game with all of them relatively easily. So don't let the game's difficulty discourage you. If you don't like the character you're playing as, don't be afraid to like start over with a different character or start over the same character and build a different direction. Don't even get me started on like the sanctuaries in this game. So instead of bonfires, you can find sanctuaries. And some of them are preset to a specific god, and other times you can just put your god onto it. But the god that you select will affect the healing items that refills. It can affect the merchants you can buy from, the stock that they have. It's crazy. Like, there's so much to this game. Every playthrough can be drastically different from the last one. And I'm having a blast with playing through it again. I'm probably going to play that a little bit more. And honestly, I might just buckle and buy Salt and Sacrifice already. Problem is, Salt and Sacrifice is PS4 exclusive or PlayStation exclusive for now. And the only PC version is on Epic. So that's kind of why I'm holding back a little bit. But honestly, I might just buckle and buy it.
Well, just get it on Epic. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because I want it on Switch, dude.
Gross.
Like, are you gonna tell me this game is not a perfect Switch game? Come on, like a 2D Metroidvania. Come on.
I mean, if I enjoyed the controls on the Switch, sure, but I don't know if I want to play this. That's the thing, because I have the D-pad Joy-Con, and like that's fine if you're playing like in portable mode. But if you don't have that, I cannot play anything.
Oh, this game uses the analog stick. Like
Okay,
the
okay,
D-pad is used. It's like a Souls-like. So the D-pad's used to like cycle through your inventory.
okay. Well, that's
So
better then. Okay.
yeah, so that's why I'm playing through it, and it feels good on Switch. I don't know if Salt and Sacrifice is the same, or Salt and yeah, Salt and Sacrifice is the same. It probably is. People have told me Salt and Sacrifice is more like a Monster Hunter like, which got me really excited. Oh fuck, I
Interesting.
might just buy it. I think I'll just buy it on Epic. Fuck it. It's $20. What's $20? I'll buy it again on Switch when it comes out on Switch. It's that like if it's as good as Salt and Sanctuary, it'll be worth it. I double dipped in Salt and Sanctuary. I don't mind double dipping on the sequel if it's good. But yeah, pick it up. Salt and Sanctuary is a fucking blast. You haven't played it yet? Seriously, go play it. It's fucking great. This is coming from someone who doesn't really like Souls likes, and I've beaten this game multiple times with multiple different playthroughs. And go check it out. It's a fun game. And another game I've been playing, I re-downloaded Soul Calibur, the newest Soul Calibur. I think it's 6 is the newest one.
Yeah.
Purely because the DLC was on sale. It was like 80% off or something. So I was able to buy like the expansions and stuff, the extra characters, the customizable stuff. I was gonna say Soul Calibur still plays very well. It's my favorite Soul Calibur so far. I'm not a huge fan of Soul Calibur, so take that with a grain of salt.
Really.
But the character customization, though, oh my god, it is insane. This character creator, there's so much stuff on that character creator. I spent more time on that just making weird gimmick characters than I did like actually playing the game. But the combat's good too. Like it's a very good combat system. I feel like it's a more modern, faster version we got from Soul Calibur in the past, so I like it a lot. Every character feels very unique and distinct. I like the soul arts, which is like the game's super moves. I like when a soul clash happens, which you saw earlier when two characters like clash with each other. You can push a. It's like it becomes a rock paper scissors game. You can push a button to do a horizontal attack, a vertical attack, a block, or a dodge. And I think like dodge beats like vertical, horizontal beats no vertical beats horizontal. I can't remember how it is, but it's really cool the way it works, and it keeps the flow of the game very smooth. Again, it's my favorite Soul Calibur so far, and I don't know if the game's not on sale anymore, but
It's your favorite Soul Calibur? Is it better than Soul Calibur 2? Because for me, that was the climax. That was the.
I haven't played Soul Calibur 2 in a while, but I did play it. The most recent time I played it was like a year ago on. I played the Xbox port again, and it's still pretty solid. It's still solid, but this wins it over for me purely for the extra content. There's a whole ass like story mode where you can take your created character through the world of Soul Calibur. And it's got like choices and dialogue trees you can pick stuff from. It's got a really fast combat system with like super moves and special modifiers, which Soul Calibur 2 does not have. So it's a toss up, really. I like this a lot more. It's a bit more of a modern interpretation of Soul Calibur. Plus, the character creator is fucking insane. Like, it's so
Yeah.
much fun playing with the character creator. Like, I like it a lot, and I'll probably be playing more of that because I do like when I'm playing in the game ultimately. So far, my player character is, I think, is Zway or Grow. What's his name? The dude with the double bladed sword.
Uh,
I'm talking about. It's like that emo looking guy.
uh, I don't know. They changed all the characters in fucking
Yeah, I think
in
he's
this
new to
game,
this
so
game. He's new to
yeah.
this game.
I
So
have
do
this
the,
game. I just haven't played it.
oh, we should play it sometime. It'll be fun. We should take our created
Yeah.
characters in and just like fuck around. But yeah, this game's a fucking blast. I like it a lot. And that guy right there, the eye patch.
Uh,
Yeah, that's who I'm playing as right now. He's my base character. But yeah, that game's a lot of fun. I don't know what else to say about it. It hasn't been said already. The game came out forever ago, so I'm not going to say anything new. but it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait. If a new Soul Calibur comes out that just doubles down on some of the customizational stuff, keeps the core gameplay, because I feel like the core gameplay is pretty solid. I don't have any complaints on it. Then again, I'm not a huge Soul Calibur fan, so I'm not sitting here like, oh well, they fucked up so and so by changing their inputs and blah, 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 blah. I
No,
don't
they
know.
fucked up 3 games ago, so it's a little too late. A little too late to say that.
But yeah, I like that a lot, and everyone should play it. That seems to be like my review for like everything. Everyone should go play it, but
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say about Soul Calibur. Hasn't been said already. Like it's a fun game. It's a really fun. It's one of the only like 3D fighters I'm really into, because I'm not a big fan of 3D fighting games except for like this and Tekken, which
yeah.
coincidentally both made by Namco. So
For
I
me,
didn't
is
know
this
but
and Dead or Alive for me.
I'm tracking it Dead or Alive. I haven't. I just can't break ground with that game. It's not connecting with me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I try it again now that I'm a bit older and I have a better grasp on fighting game fundamentals. I'd give it another try. But yeah,
it's
those are all the
different.
games I'm playing.
Dead or Alive also does like the rock paper scissors thing, where it's like strikes, grabs, and counters.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like its own unique thing. Yeah, I know
yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, maybe that's it. See, to like get better at that and just get a better grasp of it. But that's all I've been playing. One new game, 2 older games. And let's move on to some news, guys. We got gaming
yeah,
headlines. The new PlayStation Plus game lineup has been announced. I'm not going to talk about everything on this fucking list because it's pretty extensive.
yeah. I only wanted to talk about. Well, I think we should mention that this is just the launch lineup. So of course they're gonna like add stuff to it as it goes, but I feel like I feel like you're not launching with some important shit though. That's like my thing. Because for PS4 or PS5, they don't have I mean they already said that they're not gonna have like Game Pass new games launch on Game Pass on day one.
Yeah.
So they already said they're not gonna be doing that with the PlayStation, but there's just stuff like missing on here. There's no the what do you call it? Horizon Forbidden West. I want to be on here, but I guess that just came out.
On there. I mean, it came out like what, 2 months ago?
Yeah, but
Which,
like
it's still pretty new, but honestly,
Returnal's
yeah.
on here, but Ratchet's not on here. Which I feel like Ratchet was like right after Returnal.
Yeah, it was.
Like at least within like a couple months.
Yeah, Ratchet was a bit old. I think, yeah, you're right. It was right after Returnal. And it is weird that's not on there. They're not really making it like very enticing to get into this. You know what I mean? Like looking at the list
Yeah.
of games here, and to be honest, like the PS3 games that they have, it's all streaming. So that's like a thing to deal with.
Yeah. But I'm more concerned with like the PS5 because it's like if I buy PS5, I'm going to want to play the 4 games that I can only play on PS5 if there's even 4. Let's be honest, or like 3 maybe.
There's a couple of them on there, like Death Stranding, Director's Cut's on there for PS5.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, Spider-Man, which is weird. Spider-Man is on there, but only for PS4. But Miles Morales is there for PS4 and 5.
Yeah. Hey, but like Sackboy's Adventure isn't on here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was like a launch window game. Like that should be in here day one.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, Excuse me. The list of games that are on here is just kind of weird. Like they have some games that you don't expect to be on here. Other games
The
you,
The Last of Us Part 2 isn't on here.
yeah, that would have been. That sounds obvious. Like it should be on there, but
Yeah.
it's not obvious.
It's just like there's weird stuff missing that I'm like, why is this not on here? Like I can understand Forbidden West, like that's like brand fucking new.
Came out in
Um
February. It's not that new.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I know what you mean, though. It came out like this year.
yeah.
Maybe they want to like keep game sales on that
But like
going. But
Ratchet would be the one game, like if I buy a PS5, Ratchet would be the one game that I'd be like, I don't want to pay 60, 70 for this game. Uh so let me get it in the service, but
yeah,
it's not fucking here.
it's
So
not there. Yeah.
nah,
Instead,
it's
we
not.
got Demon Souls, which is good. Like that came out. That was a launch game on
That was a
PS5,
launch game. Yeah.
and that's on here. I mean, Ratchet's not a launch game, but it came out pretty close to launch.
Yeah.
Close enough that I think it should count. Like, come on. It's yeah. There's a lot of weird games that are in here that like they're able to get NBA 2K22 on here, and that came out this year too, right? No, it came out last year. My bad. I don't
Yeah.
know. It seems weird the collection here. It's very mixed for me. There's nothing on here that makes me think like if I if if I already had a PS5, I probably would have owned like most of the games that are worth playing already.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is for. You know, this should be for the people who don't have a PS5, you know, to get people
Well,
to go
it
over there.
just should be for anyone. It should be like um it should be like this is a game that I wouldn't normally buy, so I'm gonna try it here in this service. Is like how I use Game Pass basically. It's like, well, this is here. I wouldn't normally buy this, but let's like check it out
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
because it's coming. It's coming. Like most of these games have already, since it's not launch. They don't have launch games on here. Their games aren't launching on here. They do expect you to fucking have bought them already, or like buy them when they launch. So by the time they hit the service, you should have already played it, or you're like
Yeah.
gonna wait. But who's gonna fucking wait? Like you're starved for PS5 content. Let's be honest. So you're not gonna wait for it to hit the service. At least that's how
Yeah,
I.
at that point. Yeah, I would be the same way. Then what's the point on like having the service?
Yeah,
Which is like again, that's the other thing that Game Pass has. Game Pass announced like, yeah, all of our new exclusives are going to be launching day one on Game Pass too.
yeah,
But yeah, and the big thing I want to play with this too, where some of the older games, you know, this is the first time Sony's
yeah.
had like retro games on for a while,
So
and emulator reviews and stuff notwithstanding, the selection on here, it's a decent selection, but you know, where's we got our heavy hitters, you know, we got like Dark Clouds, we got our Jack and Daxters, but where's some of the meat, you know, like where's Parasite Eve? You know, where's some of the older Resident Evils? We just got Tekken 2, but not 1 or 3. Ah,
um, there's one PSP game on here, which is Super Stardust. Actually, the PS2 games are the PS4 versions of, because if you remember, they had like some of the remasters they brought to PS4 as like official shits. So
which I had to
um,
rebuy, which is bullshit.
yeah, and you have to buy them again. So those are those versions of those games that they're just the PS4 versions. They're not like they're not the actual PS2 games. They're like
Yeah,
the PS4
like
remasters or then whatever the
remaster
fuck.
releases, which is basically just like a fancy, like upscaled version of it, really.
Yeah.
The
So
emulator with stuff scaled up.
so I don't know if they're actually doing PS2 game. Like I don't know if we're ever gonna see God Hand on this fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because God Hand was never. It was never
God,
on PS3 and it was never on PS4. They never
it
like
was on
did the.
PS3.
Not
It was on
God
PS2.
Hand.
I almost bought it. I almost bought it. Yeah, it is. I don't know if it still is, but it was at a time. I
I'm
almost
gonna
bought it.
I'm gonna need some evidence of that because as the biggest God Hand fan on the planet, I'm gonna tell you, I do not think that was on PS3, but maybe I'm wrong. I know Anarchy Reigns was on PS3, which I think had Gene in it. Who was the was that his fucking name, Gene? Uh, but basically what I'm saying is the PS2 games that are on offer here are the PS4 versions. They're all PS2 games that were released already on PS3, re-released on PS3, and then re-released on PS4, and those are versions you're getting. You're not actually playing PS2 games. You're playing PS4. So, and those games had issues too. Some of them had issues. I know,
Yeah.
like
I got Dark Cloud 2, and there were some weird like UI issues.
yeah, and like Jack and Daxter doesn't run at full speed.
Yeah.
Shit like that is like they're not like perfect versions of those games. So I'm curious to see where they go with that because there's not a huge offering of those PS2 games. So if they do, I wonder if they do expand on that. But there are still stuff that's missing here. Psychonauts was one that I played on PS4. That is missing here.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, there's so many games here that are missing. I feel like Sony wanted to do this because Xbox is doing it, but they didn't want to pump the resources into it in case it failed. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Sony wasn't all in on this, and it's huge.
But like if they don't go all in, it will fail. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
They should have. I know this is just like the launch lineup, but they should fucking come out fucking swinging with this shit, man. If you're gonna do this, you have to do it the fucking right out the gate.
I mean, look at Game Pass when it launched. It was like, hey, all the Halo games are on here. Okay, all the Gears of War games are on here already. Here's a bunch of new indie games. I remember a big deal was like, oh, Sea of Thieves, when that comes out, we're gonna drop it on Game Pass. Crackdown 3, when that comes out, we're gonna drop it on Game Pass. You know, reviews notwithstanding, but they were all in on it. They were like, this is gonna succeed, and we're gonna pump resources into it like we have to. But Sony, I feel like they're not doing that. I don't know if they're just holding back on it because they want to test the waters first. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with this because I feel like they're not going all in on this, and they need to, or else it's going to fail.
Yeah.
Especially since with the tier system, the highest tier, that's the one you need to get into to get like those classic games is like what, like $20 a month?
I don't remember the pricing. I know it is cheaper than Game Pass. It should be because what's offered here is just not. Doesn't compare.
I'm checking out Game Radar, and PS Plus Essentials, which is the basic PlayStation Plus, is $10 a month. Extra, which gets you the PS4 and PS5 games, and then Premium, which gives you the PS1, PS2, PSP downloads and streams, is $18.
So,
Which, I mean, it's cheaper than Game Pass, yeah, but actually no, Game Pass is like $15 a month, isn't it? Well, no, 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 right. No, it's like 20 something if you get like their full service.
Ultimate, yeah.
I'm only doing PC. So I don't know. Like I think it's cool they're doing it, but I feel like they're not giving it the resources it needs to succeed. Because again, I don't want to be too harsh because you're right, it is just the launch lineup. But you're right, like they got to come out the gate swinging with this. They want this to work. They can't go in halfway. There's no dipping your toes in this. They need to fucking full dive in if they want this to work. And I feel like they're not doing that with the lineup we have here.
Ico is in here on the Ico is here on PS3 streaming, right? But not Shadow of the Colossus is not in here, neither in the PS3 section nor the PS4 remaster.
That is.
Which Shadow of the Colossus? Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah, that is there. That is there. Nice. Okay,
Last
that's worth
Guardians
it.
here too, which is good.
That's worth it.
Yeah, but again, like, where is Ratchet? Where's Ratchet? We have the older games on here, but the PS3 Ratchet and Clank games are on here. You know, we got Ratchet and Clank, Quest for Booty, Cracking Time into the Nexus.
Maybe they'll get there. Maybe they'll get there.
Maybe.
I'll give them time to
But
work
that
on
got
this.
that would be super easy to get though, because that got the HD remaster, right? Remember they released that like Ratchet and Clank like HD trilogy on PS3 a couple years back. Say a couple years
Yeah.
back, 10 years ago. That would be so easy to just dump onto that platform. Like just dump that trilogy on there. That'll solve that problem. Same with Jack and Daxter. You know, fuck it. Give me the PS4 one and give me like the HD PS3 one that you released all those years back.
Well, that's what I expected. I expected all of their first party shits would be in here, and
They are,
they're
but they
not.
aren't. Like, yeah. It's really frustrating. And I want to see what they do here. But I feel like if they don't pump in the resources they need to pump in, it's not gonna get anywhere. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. For now, I'm gonna stick with Game Pass. It's still a great service. I don't have any complaints with it really. Speaking of which, did you hear there's some like I want to say controversy, just Twitter bullshit on Game Pass? Did you hear about that?
No, what's
So
wrong with Game Pass?
I guess there's an announcement that some of the big Game Pass games are getting delayed. Starfield and Starfield and one other game were getting delayed. And one guy, I can't remember who it was, but he was some like games journalist was like, "Well, I'm gonna cancel my Game Pass then until these games come out."
Oh
Which
yeah, I did see that.
yeah, I want to preface by saying that's fine. You know, if you just play AAA games and that's all you want a Game Pass for, that's fine. You know,
Yeah.
if there's a bunch of games that you're not going to play, I get it. I'm not going to shame you for it. Xbox didn't feel that way though. And Kotaku released an article saying people are burnt out from Game Pass already, and they're like, "Oh, is Game Pass burnout already happening? What's going for the future of Game Pass?" And Xbox tweeted back at them, "Tell me you only play AAA games without telling me you only play AAA games." Like it was some sort of burn.
I mean, that
And
is a burn.
it is a burn, but like I'm not gonna shame someone for the games that they like, you know.
Yeah.
If someone just plays AAA games, they got Game Pass, they can play like, you know, those big games when they drop. That's fine, you know, go ahead and like cancel it for that time. I'm getting the value out of it. There's a bunch of games, a bunch of indie games on here, double A games on here that I really like that I want to play with. So I'm holding on to it. But it started this huge like beef on Twitter for no reason. Most people were on Xbox's side, but it seems so weird to like shame somebody for not wanting to play anything other than AAA games. You know what I
Well,
mean?
because it's if you're gonna write an article that says, "Oh my God, people are getting burned out on Game Pass," that is a very one-sided fucking like limited scope of what the fuck Game Pass is. Like I feel like they should be clowned for writing that article at the very least
I agree
because
for that. I agree on that.
it's a limited scope of what Game Pass offers. Like you can just play AAA shit on there, but and if you're the type of person that gets fulfillment from that, then sure. But like for me,
Kotaku to like write this article like, "Oh, is it dying already? People are burning out of it."
yeah, because one Twitter guy was like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna let my subscription go. Like,
And he
I
didn't even say he's gonna cancel. He's like, I'm just gonna put it on hold for now. Was like his thing.
yeah, no, because people look for fucking news where there is none.
Yeah.
So they fucking grasp, not trying to like shit on Kotaku, but like I feel like people fucking shit on Kotaku all the time.
Because they consistently have really dumb takes, dude. Like, and it's just coming from someone who I used to read Kotaku every day, and I would still be like, really? That's the take you're gonna, whatever. But no,
Um,
yeah. Jokes aside, like, I hope PlayStation Plus can do something to compete with Game Pass. If not, Game Pass is still the superior service so far.
Clay says in the chat, more like PlayStation minus, right?
That's a knee slapper. That's me slapping my knee. But yeah, no, I'm super disappointed with the lineup here, especially with how much they're charging. It's less disappointing than what Nintendo's doing, but still disappointing. And oh man, right now Xbox has got them beat on this awesome subscription service.
It's just the other thing I think people forget about Xbox's shit is that they literally let you play wherever the fuck you want, including mobile.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fucking huge. And they put the work in to make that like a good experience, as good as it can be. I mean, they have like a dedicated control scheme for mobile that changes on a per game basis. So I haven't tried it actually, but from what I've like seen of it, I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool because it gives people the option, if that's what you want to do, to stream these games and have like a dedicated UI for the game you're playing.
Yeah, and it's because Xbox put in the work for it. Like,
Yeah,
they're not going half in on this. They are going all the way. And PlayStation's got to do that. They want to realistically compete. We'll see. I mean, hopefully, like a month from now, 2, 3 months from now, they'll have something on par with what Xbox is offering. But I don't know. Right now, limiting it to just PlayStation consoles, I think is going to be the huge killer for them too.
yeah.
Because
I think you can stream. You can do the streaming on PC like you always could, but I think you'd have to pay like the big subscription now. So
Honestly, if this was available like on PC, and I can play like, if I could sign up for the subscription and play Days Gone, Death Stranding, God of War, what else came out? Uncharted, Horizon, all
yeah.
me, that might be worth it for me to like invest in it day one. But they didn't. I see why. Like, there's a lot of work that went into those ports. They want to get their money out of them and not release them for free on their service. But still, like, I feel like, again, if they're not, Xbox is doing it. They're releasing their games on PC and Xbox, and it's coming out day one for both of them. It's available to buy. It's available on Game Pass day one. And there's
but the Church of Sony doesn't care. The Church of Sony will defend this to the death, while at the same time shitting on fucking Xbox, just blindly, just fucking.
Which, I mean, they can do that all they want, but Xbox has the more consumer-friendly system right now. Again, I've made this joke before. You can go out, get an Xbox One, a new Xbox Series X right now, and it comes like a year of Game Pass?
Yeah.
And just with that, day one, you have access to all the Halo games, all the Gears of War games, the newest Xbox One games to come out. Fucking, you do the same thing with PlayStation. You got to pay separately for that membership. And you get a pretty good lineup of games, but none of the heavy hitters that are going to make you buy a PlayStation 5, The only thing on here I really see that makes me like, that's really good in this subscription is Demon's Souls, the Demon's Souls remake.
The level of coping in these posts, man. The the copium here is like, people were like, that's it? This where's all the games, man? And people were like, chill, it's not all the games. It's not all of them. They said it's only a selection, but I'm like, if you're gonna list any games at all, you're gonna like list. You're like you're gonna play your hand. Like I feel like if there are more, they're not anything worth talking about. Like you're gonna fucking play your hand. You're gonna start with your most fucking baller titles, and like
exactly.
if it's not worth mentioning, then they're not gonna mention it. It's like, well, there's more though, but there's more, but it's gonna be like,
there's more, but yeah, but they're charging for it now though. So
yeah, yeah,
they want me to pay for it now though. I'm not gonna pay for it. If I can get this for free and then pay for it when all the other stuff drops, cool. But that's not what we're doing. They're charging for it now. This is the product they're releasing now, so I'm gonna judge it now. And right now, it's bullshit.
yeah.
And the fact that I can't fucking play the games I already own pisses me off so hard. I recharged my Vita. I went and bought a charger for my Vita. And on my Vita, I own a ton of PSP and PS1 games that I can't play on anything else. It's bullshit. I gotta pay this subscription to play these games again, and it's fucking ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. I'm done talking about this.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I'm pissed. Some quickie news. Returnal's coming to PC, finally. Like, I think we've been talking about, like, wanting this to happen forever. But it's finally coming to PC, and we have this Steam database listing to prove it.
Yeah. Basically, there's like an entry in the Steam DB on the Steam database, that makes some references to Returnal. You can see it like in the tags. It says single player, bullet hell, sci-fi, roguelike, female protagonist. But what's I think where is it? The most like it makes some references to the DLC. That's the most what was like the Sisyphus Tower of Sisyphus specifically, and that was a DLC that just came out the last update. So it is almost certainly that game.
Yeah. Which is cool. I love this, and we'll get to see Sony announce something pretty soon now that this database is up. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what they do. I would play it on PC, like, because there's no fucking reason. I don't know why that game was only on PS5. It didn't look that graphically intense, honestly. It could have been scaled down pretty easily, I think. But whatever.
You can say that about most of the PS5 game, like Destruction All Stars. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? First of all, why charge $70? I think it was originally supposed to be $70, but they've gone down since. But
it was like that launched on PS Plus too. Remember that was
yeah.
So like that's another one that's like that should have been on PS4. There's no reason that only going to be on PS5, but whatever. It'll be cool. Returnal looked really interesting. Not enough to make me go out and buy a PS5, but interesting. And now I don't have to. I can play it on PC. So
I've been hearing very good things about it. So
I have too. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but not enough good things when you go out and buy a PS5.
Isn't it crazy that fucking PS5 and Series X they've been out for over a year now, and there's just no like I'm not even like considering buying either of them for anything. Like maybe like when God of War comes out, but even that's like I think that's even coming to PS4 still. So
there's not a lot on there to make me like go out and buy a new system now.
I feel like this is the most underwhelming console generation ever. Though, like my memory's kind of like not great. I don't remember how Like I don't remember how PS2 did when that came out. I remember PS3
Oh,
wasn't hitting very much, but
PS3, well, that whole generation hit pretty hard because Xbox came out first.
yeah,
And that they introduced a lot of new things, improved infrastructure for online gaming,
360
high
did.
definition gaming, yeah, high definition gaming. There's a lot of stuff they introduced. The jump from PS1 to 2 was huge. Jump from PS2 to 3 was massive. Jump from 3 to 4, not so much. And then from 4 to 5, even smaller. Like,
Yeah,
like there's not
Clay.
like that killer app yet. Like,
Um,
I know I keep referencing it, but Dead Rising is a perfect example. And that game came out on 360. I was like, fuck, I gotta get a 360. I
yeah,
cannot play this game on anything. That was the game that made me think, like, okay, this is what next gen gaming is. PS5 hasn't done that yet, other than showing off like cool particle effects and some ray tracing stuff. Which no, I don't even think PS5 supports full ray tracing, right?
it does on certain games. I mean, it's
Ah,
like it's there, but you have to like you have to sacrifice. It's like you have to set the mode on. So like performance mode or ray tracing mode or but they don't call it that though. But
yeah. So that's another thing that's like, what's the fucking point? Like,
Clay says PS2 sucked at launch. Horrible lineup. Took a year to get into it. I have a PS5. It's 99% a PS4 game machine. So
you know, my brother got a PS5 and he's been playing. He played right now. He's playing the new Borderlands game, Wonderlands,
yeah,
which good game. I played a little bit of it. It's a fun game, but I can get that on PS4. So again, like I need that killer app to like really convince me to go out and get a PS5, and I
yeah.
haven't seen.
I guess the thing about the PS5 is it runs your games better, or at least it's supposed to. So it's like a PS4 Pro, like a Super Pro,
Yeah.
because it'll like upscale and run things a little better. But that's what you get a PC for.
Yeah, I think that's it too. Like you and I both have PCs, so I could run pretty much whatever I want pretty comfortably. And I don't need a PS5 to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Returnal is coming to PC, so there's literally like now there's less of a reason for me to buy a PS5.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings Gollum is announced this release September. I still haven't watched any of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Really?
Really, yeah, I know I'm a huge nerd and I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
I have, but like I'm not a huge fan, but I've like seen them.
I've never seen them. I've never seen them. My brother's been trying to get me into them forever. We've been trying to coordinate a time I could sit down and watch them. I feel like I would like them, but it's just not like a franchise I got really exposed to. It's stuff like Star Wars I got exposed to that as a kid. So yeah, I'm into it. Lord of the Rings, I know no one was there to expose me to it. But yeah, Gollum's coming out. It's a stealth action game. And that's set to come out on PC and consoles now. And they announced on this tweet, that it's coming out later on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to happen.
I
But
mean
this could
they've
work. This could work. I mean, they had that, what was that other stealth game? That Goblin stealth game. You know what I'm talking about?
uh sticks.
Sticks, yeah. It's not the same developer, but something like that could work, especially with this Gollum game. But we'll see. I don't know how this is going to fit into the bigger Lord of the Rings canon, though.
Yeah.
Do you know when this takes place? Like, is
I
it?
don't know.
Is
I
that,
don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. I've seen the movies and that's it.
yeah. Well, that's coming out September 1st, so it's got a release date. I don't think we've seen anything on it other than the announcement, right? Like,
There's been like a teaser trailer. I mean, it does look like that Sticks game, but we don't really know much about it. I mean, there's tweets here that's like, I don't understand how this what is the game. Like, so we're not the only one.
gameplay trailer literally like dropped 3 days ago.
Uh,
and it's on YouTube right now. But it's just showing off like footage. It's not. I'm not seeing any actual gameplay here. Okay, there's some gameplay. I see like Gollum like climbing stuff and running around.
what he does.
There's not like a lot here really to kind of tell what I'm getting into. I mean, we'll see when it drops. I gotta fucking get into those movies now, so I know what I'm talking about when that game comes out. The Bioshock collection is now available temporarily for free on the Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
You could use creator code, creator tag Gameaverse at checkout. I wish I'd known that before I downloaded the game, so my bad.
We're officially Epic Store creators now. So you can put that in whenever they ask you for it.
What does that tag do for us?
We get a little kickback. I don't know. We get a percentage of the sales. I think.
It's a free game, like.
Well, yeah, but you know, this is how you get. This is how you. It's called onboarding, man. You tell them about it for the free game they get, so that when they actually buy a game, they put it in. And they're like, yeah, get that. We get that. Give me those V-Bucks.
There you go. I might buy a Salt and Sacrifice. If I do, I'll drop our creator tag on it.
Yeah, there's a huge sale going on Epic Store as well. So, and they give away those coupons. Like the coupons are like 25% off in addition to whatever the sale price is. So you can get some pretty deep fucking discounts right now on the Epic Store. Yeah, I was looking at Stranger in Paradise. I was like, I should buy this because it's on sale, but I didn't. So
I might pick up that Salt and Sacrifice now. It's only $20, so I can get another discount on top of it. I probably can't get another discount on top of it, but whatever.
Clay said not good. I'm buying it because it looks not good, but it looks like the people that made that game know that they made a game that's not good. It's like it's intentionally not good. It's like the God hand of this generation is what it reminds me of. And I'm like, and I'm all for it. I love games that are like, or just media in general. I love like when people can make something that's not intentionally bad, but it's self-aware enough that it's like, yeah, it might be a terrible fucking thing, but we know it is, and we're embracing that. Join us. So
Yeah,
like,
embrace the jank.
yeah, A Stranger in Paradise looks it looks like my kind of stupid, knowingly stupid. It's like, hey, we're gonna make a stupid game. I love a good / bad movie and all. Game is boring. Okay.
Depends on the game, man.
Yeah.
Depends on the game. I told you I played Force Unleashed on Switch, and that game was jank, but I had fun with it. I finished it. I played I'm playing that Legends of Mana game Switch 2. That's also jank, but I'm having fun with it. So we'll see. But yeah, Bioshock Collection available now. Check it out on Epic Game Store. Use creator tag Gameaverse at checkout. On any of your Epic purchases, support us, please.
Please, we need it.
We also got a trailer for Fallout London, which you guys don't know. I talked about it before. Is the Fallout fan game that takes place in London, England. This game looks incredible, dude. There's so much cool stuff on here. Totally new assets, enemies, factions, locations. Oh, I got the hiccups. And this gameplay trailer shows off a bit of it. Voice acting, not the best, but it's a team of dudes doing this for free, so I'm not gonna give them shit. But it is cool that this is a thing that's happening. Like,
I like it. They've been working on this for a while, right?
Yeah, they have.
So, is it done, or is this just like the latest version of what they?
The latest update of what they're working on right now.
Okay.
They have an official website you can check out, and on the release date, it just says it'll it's ready when it's ready, basically.
Yeah,
So I don't want to be.
all these huge, dude. This opening is fucking long as shit.
Yeah, dude. The opening is really long. Like they put a lot of work into it, which is cool. I like seeing the effort. Like that's really cool. Like no one asked them to do this. There's the
Yeah,
group of dudes who were like, you know what? I want to make a Fallout game in London, England, and they did it.
yeah. But that's what I like. I like it's like a total conversion.
Yeah.
You don't see stuff. You see people working on stuff like this all the time, but I feel like they never release, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're working on like Sky Oblivion, and they're like redoing New Vegas and Fallout 4, and like these things take like forever to do, and
Yeah.
I feel like you just never like even this like they've got something to show for it at least, but I you
It's
know
still like a ways off from being done.
yeah. Well, it reminds me of the days where like you remember Half Life. I remember Half Life total conversions where they'd make like a bunch of like Dragon Ball Z fucking mods. And you're
Oh
like, this is
yeah.
like some of them are pretty fucking awesome. Black Mesa, yeah, like Half Life got them a lot. Yeah, like Black Mesa, like only just released, like just like finally finished.
And that was a full remake. It wasn't even like I don't even think Black Mesa runs on Source, does it?
No, it doesn't. It runs on. Well, I think no, I think it does run on like the latest source, but I could be wrong. It's like a source or like Unity, but I think it is source still. But it's just these shits take fucking forever. And yeah,
So
Black
I'm on their
Mesa's
website and the game isn't done yet, but a lot of the assets, the custom assets they made for this game, like some of their weapons, clothing, armor, that is available to download on their website. So that's
okay.
really cool. That's really cool to see.
I think the Sky Oblivion guys do the same thing, where it's like, hey, we made this, we recreated all the Oblivion armor, and you can download it for Skyrim if you want. Um, that's always cool when they do that because it just lets you use some of this stuff before it's actually like done. Um,
Check out their website now. There's a frequently asked questions page. I want to see if they have any updates on the release. 1 second.
yeah, this looks cool. I mean, it looks like Fallout 4, but so I'm trying to see them get like outside or something. I wasn't in love with Fallout 4. Um,
I beat it, but I wasn't like super into it either.
like I think with these games, I just like exploring and getting like weapons and shit, and not so much engaging with the story.
Yeah, same. According to their website, there's not an official release date yet. Um, it's all volunteers doing this in their free time, so it's hard to pinpoint a release date. They have some internal deadlines that they're trying to meet, but a formal release date can't be stated at this time.
Uh, okay.
I can't wait till this is done. Like, I'm gonna definitely play this once it's finished, whatever it's finished.
Yeah.
We got some new trailers and videos too. We got a Star Wars Jedi Survivor got a new reveal trailer during Star Wars Land. Was it Star Wars Day of Star Wars the other day? It's a story trailer, so it doesn't really show off any new gameplay. EA did announce the game is going to be current gen only. So
Cool.
don't know if it needs to be honest with you. Like, I don't know what graphically they can do. Star Wars Celebration, that's it. Sorry, Clay. I'm a Star Wars fan. I totally forgot about that. Um,
That's the thing. Graphically, it's my expectations for current gen are just more than graphics. It's like, I don't know. It's the whole thing. I expect games to just be completely, like different. Or
I do too. I expect games to run better on top of looking better.
Not just run better, but I expect them to be just created entirely different. Like the whole experience is like,
Yeah.
The idea of like invisible walls or like the limitations. I just want like no limits. This is what they've like been touting as like the possibilities are endless, and we've not seen anything yet. Well, because like nothing's truly exclusive yet, aside from like the arbitrary ones that are like, no, this is PS5 only, just because we want it to be, but with no real
been that
reason.
experience. There hasn't been that, again, like Dead Rising. There hasn't been that experience where I'm like, I could only play this on a current system.
Yeah.
Like pouring something else would be impossible. And I haven't gotten that yet with any of the games that have come out. So we'll see what happens with Jedi Survivor. I doubt they're gonna have that like next gen experience on here, except for maybe some fancier graphics. But we'll see. No Man's Sky got its Leviathan update trailer.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this yet. Is it cool?
So it's not an update. It's a new expedition. Like I guess every couple months they have like it's called like an expedition, which is like it's like a season, I guess. So it's like the new season of like, yeah. And this one's cool because it's a roguelike type of thing.
Oh.
So I've not played No Man's Sky in quite some time, but I'm always interested
in shooting this.
Yeah, there's some shit to shoot. It shoots and shit shoots back at you. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, they go into this like alien aircraft and they encounter some like alien life form and the shit shoots at you. And I'm like, oh shit. It looks pretty dope. It looks dope. And then when you die, you get like, you restart and you can like redo it. And I guess everyone contributes to some portion of this game. So
that is cool.
Yeah, it's like everyone's contributing to this like roguelike thing. So like every time someone dies or someone encounters something new, it goes into some form of database. I don't totally understand it, but they explain it, and they explain it on their website or whatever the fuck. Join the community effort to help recover memory fragments, lost remnants of previous loops, liberate the loot universe in this unique roguelike survival adventure. Yeah. So, seems pretty dope. I like how you're basically excited No Man's Sky is finally a game. Yeah, I know. It took a while for it to get there, but I mean, there's still a little bit of work to be done. Like, I would like this to be more fleshed out. Like, it seems like, yeah, there's shit to shoot at now, but I want more shit. I want more shit to shoot at. I want more shit to shoot at me. But that's basically what I was asking for from the beginning. I was like, they give you guns, but there's nothing to shoot at. Or, you know, you can like craft all this shit, but there's no reason, like there's nothing to use it on. So yeah, it's like, it's exciting when fucking there's like enemies. Holy shit.
Yeah. This is cool, dude. Like, I like No Man's Sky is getting that like redemption, or it's actually coming together with some pretty cool shit that they promised in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's starting to turn into the game everyone like imagined it to be and that they advertised it to be. This might get me like into it now. There's actually stuff to shoot at.
Yeah.
Another trailer, we got Pal World. I like this new trailer for Pal World because I feel like the first trailer showed off some really cool stuff and I was really hyped. Second trailer showed off a lot of weird assets that did not fit with the game.
Yeah.
I feel like the third trailer is showing off more assets that fit. So the game actually feels like a cohesive thing now.
At the same time, it's you can tell it's like Jurassically less. What am I trying to say here? It looks worse. It looks like not great. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the one looking at it
I feel
like
like graphically, it looks like a step down from what we had before, but I feel like mechanically, it's more fleshed out.
mechanically, sure. Oh, mechanically, definitely. Yeah. Now you can like actually look at it and go, okay, here's what
There's
this
an idea
fucking
what the
game
game's
is.
gonna feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the assets fit together a lot better now. I don't know,
Kinda.
like
Yeah.
off, or I feel like the art style meshes a lot better now.
It's
And
it looks more like what I expected because if you look at their previous game, it does the same thing because you look at all the trailers and you're like, this looks dope, and then you actually play it and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it just doesn't. The gameplay doesn't match what the trailers show.
yeah,
Because they had a game before and I was like, it's on Game Pass too. Their previous game was on Game Pass, so I was like, I'm gonna try this, and it's just
hopefully
it's
this one's
just
on
fucking
Game Pass.
trash. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I'm hoping that this holds up, because it's already not what they show in their fucking trailers. Actually, we can go back to the trailer.
cool. It looks cool as hell. Like I like the boss fight with that Anubis thing.
It looks cool. Look at this trailer though. Look at this trailer and like the trailer, they make it look like fucking incredible. But I feel like it just doesn't it doesn't look as polished though. Like the trailer looks super polished. And then you go back to I don't know, you go back to the new gameplay and it's like, yeah, I mean maybe these guys are just really good at making trailers.
Maybe.
And then
I don't
like
know. I feel like the new gameplay shows off more of like what to expect, and it looks a lot more engaging. Because all the first one just showed off the survival shit, which is fine, but actually seeing a little bit of that boss fight with that Anubis creature looked really cool.
yeah.
This is what Pokemon Arceus was like trying to do. Let's hope they can pull it off though. And that scene's cool where she's like shooting that weird like ice dinosaur thing. She throws out her own little creature to fight it. They're fighting together. Like that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's got this like Monster Hunter idea, but you're not just having your creature fight for you like in Pokemon. Like you're actually alongside it, like fucking stuff up too. That's really neat. I
Yeah.
can't think of a game that's like done that before, honestly.
It's
So
still
we'll
there's
see. It looks
still
cool.
no release date on this. So we're they're still working on it. So hopefully they do get to they get more polish out of it, but I don't know if it ends up being like their other game. What the fuck was that game called? Craftopia?
Craftopia, Craft World, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that game was fucking trash. But you look at the trailers and you go, "This is incredible." So
Yeah, I mean, I want this game to be good. I really do. It's probably not gonna be, honestly. Like it's gonna. I really should taper my expectations. I feel like I have higher expectations for this than I should have. We'll see what happens. Like it looks neat. Like I really want this game to be good. This is the game I want a Pokemon Arceus to be, dude.
yeah, yeah.
But with guns, so it's automatically better because there's guns in it. Um, jokes aside, it's doing some cool shit that I hope they really flesh out. Speaking of Pokemon clones, Temtem got its 1.0 release date trailer.
Yeah.
I haven't
Also-
played this game yet, but I've heard really good things about it.
It kind of came and went. I mean, it really had a huge buzz when it like first entered early access and
Yeah.
kind of tapered off. I think it did hit Switch as well. Like it's on Switch, even though it's not like officially. That's a weird thing about early access games because you can just release on whatever the fuck you want and still not be finished.
Yeah.
But like no one makes it clear that it's not finished except Steam. Steam is the only one that goes, "Hey, this is early access." Or I think
Xbox
like
does too,
Xbox,
with
yeah,
the game
Xbox,
preview. They call it game
yeah.
preview.
yeah. Well, everyone else just
Switch
fucking
doesn't. Yeah.
Everyone else will just sell you shit without telling you that it's not finished. Um, so 1.0, the game's finally entering its finished state on September 6th. And what I didn't know was that it's a Humble joint. Humble Games,
Yeah.
I guess, picked this up at some point.
It's getting a physical release too and all. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Uh, yeah.
That's getting a physical
Basically,
release too.
if you don't know what Temtem is, it's like a Pokemon style MMO. So that's
I've
really
heard really
cool.
good things. I've heard like mechanically it's very, very deep.
Yeah.
And if you're the kind of like Pokemon player that like pays attention to like IVs and EVs and the competitive meta, like this will be right up your alley, is what I've been told.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see when it drops. I want to play it for a while, but I got my hands full with like other Pokemon games that I'm bored with now.
Yeah.
Maybe I should
Um,
just play this. Like I played Pokemon already, so it'd be like a big transition.
yeah. I mean, we've got. I'm hoping our friends at Humble will hook us up with a code here, because you know, we got a pretty good relationship with Humble Games. So
Yeah, I would love to get a code for that too. As the actual
yeah.
like, as the resident Pokemon fan here,
Yeah.
um, I would love to play this and compare it to like some of the newer games out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks dope. We also got Elden Ring and its seamless co-op mod. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, but you guys know Elden Ring has co-op, but it does a Souls co-op, which is kind of a pain in the ass and annoying to do. So this added a more seamless option to just invite friends into your game without too much hassle or rigmarole. And I think it's playable up to 4 players, right? Like that's the big thing too.
I have no idea, but if I were to play co-op, it would have to be this way. It would have to be like, uh, like join my game. Let's play this whole game together.
Yeah, because the game wasn't built with like, how can I word it? The game it didn't have co-op built in. Like it was Souls games have a very interesting co-op system where you can like invite, you can put down like a little thing and randomly invite people. They did have ways to like actually have your friends hop in with you later, but this game's kind of obnoxious because if you die, you're basically just a guest in your friend's game. You don't progress it with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the host dies, it drops the connections. You got to join back in again.
Yeah. And the host is the only one that gets any of the rewards too, or like loot and shit. I think like both characters get the souls or whatever, but only the host gets the loot. So
Progress and loot.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
progress too. So
But
this is out.
yeah, this is
This is
out. It looks
this is
cool.
released.
Yeah, if I pick this game up, I'll download this. We can play it together. Yeah, this will be the only way I play co-op too. Like, I want to get into the game and try the single player stuff, but if we're gonna do co-op, we might as well like do it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moving on to game releases, we got some games dropping. June 1st, we have Silt releasing on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. I don't know what this game is. I thought it was Slit at first, and I felt a little dirty reading it.
Oh, I didn't link everything. I didn't put links.
Oh, I've heard of this game. Yeah, I saw this on the Summer of Gaming thing last year. It's got this like Edward Gorey, Tim Burton hand-drawn art style, a deep sea exploration game. Yeah, I've seen this game. It looks cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we looked at the trailer like in the last show. They had a trailer for this.
Yeah, this looks cool. Yeah, this looks really, really neat. I like this a lot. This is something that I would like to check out. We also got Card Shark dropping on Nintendo Switch on June 2nd. What was that game? I don't think we talked about that game.
We have shown. I think we talked about most of these, but
Oh yeah,
just
I
like
remember
as they
this one
came
too.
up.
This one also had like a hand-drawn art style.
Yeah, it's a game where you have to cheat. You don't have to cheat,
Yeah,
but it's like a game about cheating.
part of
There's
the
like a
game.
little
Yeah,
story to it.
yeah. This one looked really cool. Oh, we got Diablo Immortal dropping June 2nd on mobile and PC. Um,
Yeah, that'll be
I-
interesting.
yeah, I want to know how the PC version is gonna play. Honestly, I'll definitely check that out when that drops June 2nd. But I gotta wait to see when it drops.
I
I'm very interested to see how it plays, though.
I'm curious as to what the price on this is going to be because you
It's free
can
to play.
get. Is it free
Yeah, it's free to play.
even on PC?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was the whole thing, right?
I guess. I mean, I thought they were going to charge for it, but interesting. I pre-registered for the Android version, but I'm not sure what I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, apparently, according to a couple of statements from Blizzard, the game is free to play and it has in-app purchases. Though the
Of
company
course.
says the core game experience will always be free, and the in-app purchases won't circumvent the core experience.
Huh.
I don't know what they mean by that. As soon as they release, like, if there's any in-app purchase that let me like get materials or get a weapon, already it's gonna like circumvent parts of the game by making me skip on grinding. But we'll see what they do with it. I mean, it looks like it'll be cool, but I'm worried that it's gonna be like too free to play monetized bullshit, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will see. We also got Loopers dropping on Nintendo Switch June 2nd. What was this game? Oh, this was that like
It's a
visual novel,
visual
right?
novel.
Yeah. I think we talked about this once. I don't know, all these visual novels kind of blending together for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's just not a genre that I'm really into, and I don't think I'll ever really be into it. And also on June 2nd, we have Five Memories of My Time with You, also dropping on Switch and PS4. This is another visual novel, right?
It is. Yeah. Not first of all, I couldn't even find this on the Nintendo store or the PS4 store, so not sure if this is even a real game. It's a real game, but it might be only in Japan.
Quintessential Quintuplets. Five Memories. This is fucking weird.
Yeah, the quintessential quintuplets, the movie. Five memories of my time with you,
It's a fucking mouthful.
which is 5 discs. Okay, wait, I'm on the Play Asia. I'm on the Play
Sure, it's
Asia.
like looking at a movie right now. No, no, this is a game. What the hell is this?
No, it's a game. Apparently, there's a disc. There's 5 discs to represent your 5 memories. Uh,
I work on the Switch. Is it 5 cartridges?
oh, that's a good question.
Okay, so the CD set, it's a drama CD. Each disc is a drama CD.
Okay.
I don't know what it adds to the story though. Does that add more context to the story or what? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Like it's all in Japanese, so I don't fucking know what I'm looking at here, really.
I think this is only coming out in Japan.
I think so too, because I'm not seeing anything in English here. Where'd you find this?
uh, Wikipedia. You know, it's where everything comes from. So
Yeah, it's all in Japan. It's all in Japanese. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm looking at a Nintendo Everything blog post here, and all 5 drama CDs come down to 2 hours and 30 minutes
total combined.
total.
Okay,
Yeah. So
interesting.
that's a good chunk of content for you.
Well, if that's something you're interested in, you can import that for $102. So free delivery to United States. So
Which, looking at the stuff you're getting in here, I mean, I don't want to shit on it too hard, but you're getting like a physical copy of the game, a very nice like disc set that contains the CDs.
yeah,
Like you're getting some good shit here. And the game's already like what, $60? So other 40, you're getting this nice display case, 2.5 hours of like extra audio CD content. If that's your bag, man, it's not a bad deal here.
I'm not a collector, man. I don't really be collecting shit like that unless it's something like very impactful. But even
If it's something I really, really want, and I'll do it. Like I got Persona 5 came out. You bet your ass I got that deluxe edition with the bag. Yeah, I got that whole thing.
like I would instantly buy a physical version of that Tunic manual.
Oh yeah, that looks neat. If they ever release like a collector set, maybe limited run games can get something together for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for the show, man. Thank you everybody for hanging out in the chat with us
Yeah, that's
and
it.
keeping us company and talking with us. It's Wasabi, man. Tell the people where they can find us.
Guys, you can go to gameaverse.com. You can go to gameaverse.com/Twitch. You can go to gameaverse.com/YouTube. You can go to gameaverse.com/Discord. You can go to epicgames.com/store and buy something during their sale and enter our creator code GameOverse. And I'm not totally sure what happens with that, but you can do that. And maybe we get a small little kickback from every sale that you make when you put our code in. So that's cool. You don't get anything from that, I don't think. But we get stuff, so that's all that matters. Working on a Tunic review. So that's gonna happen soon. Also, I'm just playing games, man. We're still playing games. I'm trying to transition into morning streams. Or just doing shit in the morning. I feel like a morning is a better time to do shit. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah.
See it. I'm gonna keep doing my thing here. I want to start streaming again, so I might look for some games to stream. I'll probably do that later tonight. The wife and I got a busy day planned, so I'll get to you if I do something.
All right. Yeah.
Everybody stay good, safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys same time next week.
Peace.
Peace out.